Hey everybody, today is July 12th and I'm back to do your daily collective. I hope all is well with you guys. I'm doing well. I had a very busy morning this morning, so it's a little late today, but let's see what's going on. I feel very inspired. Oh, that's what I'm hearing, inspired. Inspiration. Maybe something inspired, sparking, spark creativity. Hold on. I'm hearing captivated, mesmerized, inspired. Like I'm hearing all these very creative and kind of unique words for the energy. So, sleep on it before making final plans or final decisions. I'm hearing that. I don't know. That's for somebody. Sleep on it before making a final decision or finalizing plans. Sleep on it. Double check, double check, double check. Okay, I don't know what this is in regards to, but this is what I'm hearing, okay? All right, I got the Light Seers Tarot, a little change in scenery here. Little change in scenery. Such a pretty deck. Oh, I love this deck. It's gorgeous. So pretty. That's the Ace of Wands. So it might take me a second to read the names of the cards. I forget the names. I don't know them that well. But let's see. All right, collective. Inspiration. I'm hearing inspiration. You might be feeling really creative or inspired to create. Go for it, because I feel like the more you feed that desire, the more it's like this desire. When you feel inspired like that, that's usually like spirit coming through, and it's a good form of meditation. I gotta move this out of my face. It's driving me crazy, but it's a good form of meditation. And when you're open to that, like when you can relax and slow the mind down enough, what enters in is actually useful information. That's what's considered a download. And the best space to do that in is when you're creating art. If you're an artsy person, you're so drawn to the art itself. You're so drawn into it. It's almost captivating. And your mind isn't racing, and so that's what meditation is about. A lot of people have this misconception of meditation, it being that where your mind just stops thinking altogether and you don't hear anything or nothing's going on, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So, let me get my glasses on because I can't see anything. I don't normally like to wear my glasses on video because, well, I look like a nerd. I'm a nerd, but I gotta be more comfortable. God, all right, I can't do it. I can't even see you. It's driving me crazy. Forgive me. I'm a Libra. I can't help it. All right, but yeah, so that's what I'm hearing. Inspiration. So I wouldn't be surprised if like the Ace of Wands comes out or something like, in the Wands family, because it's a very creative energy that I'm feeling for you. So let's see what's crowning you first. What's your crowning thought, collective? Crowning energy. Whoa. What's this? Ace of Pentacles. It's still an ace. The Sun. What? This is your crowning thought. The Ace of Pentacles and the Sun, they came out together. This exciting new beginning, ain't it? Well, that's what I'm talking about. You see? That's very creative. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, turning down love offers. Like, there's no time for that right now. You're trying to build on yourself. I mean, for most people, they're not thinking about, well, I know I'm not. Four of Swords. Going with it, Knight of Wands. What did I say? There's the Wands. There's that action card. There's that passion. There it is. And this is, and what did I say? What was the message right in the beginning? I said it. It was like rest on it, or before making a final decision, to rest on it. I think that's what was. It was something to that effect. And look, it was something that you turned down. This is probably like a love offer, and this happens. This is a recovering from this, because right before the Four of Swords is the Three of Swords. That's that, you know, your heart feeling like it's been torn to shreds, you know, like really painful energy. And this is recovering from that. So before making any decisions on what it is that you've got on your mind moving forward, there's a recovery phase, and like going over anything. And look at, there's the heart in there, mending. Oh shit, see, it's mending. I just noticed that. No, but you're protected in this. All right, so when you're in this phase, which is right now currently, so this is where you are. It's like a recovery, recuperating, right? Because and while you're doing that, this is what's crowning your thoughts. This didn't work out. Whatever this was in the past, it just didn't work out, and it wasn't supposed to. As much as that may have hurt, but I think the truth is very clear at this point. They may have said something that really solidified that for you, or you them. But there's a completion there for sure. And so what's crowning your thought is rebuilding and coming into yourself again. Like, and this takes strength, you know. The Sun card is also like a Leo energy, just like the Strength card. And the Strength card literally signifies strength. Like, that's a Leo card, right? That's for the sign of Leo. It's Leo energy. It's fire energy, right? But so is the Sun. But it's a very passionate, loving energy, right? And it's loyal. It's everything you want and dream of. That's the Sun embodies that. And this is what you're thinking about. Starting from the beginning in your building phase, while you're recovering and going over plans in your head, and making sure, that you reevaluate and think through them again and again before finalizing anything. It's very important. If you want to see this come to fruition, then it's very important that you take that needed time to yourself to really think over things long term. Because as soon as you come up out of this, it's time to move. There's action. This is action. This is passion. This is drive behind the action. And I'll clarify that. I certainly will. With what is this Knight of Wands about? Let's see. It's definitely something you're passionate about. But I think it's really important to take a break and rest before making any plans right now. It's important to rest. It's important to do that. It's important to heal. See? Empress in reverse. So it's not quite ready yet. See, the Empress upright is like ready to birth an idea, ready to work on it and nurture it and everything. But when it's in reverse, it's because you're still in healing. You're still recovering. You're still healing. And even though you may feel coming up that you're full of energy, be careful, because you know how that feels. Is like you could have like 3 days where you're feeling fantastic and you're feeling great and like nothing can, pull you out of that, right? But then all of a sudden the following day you'll feel like such crap and you're like, where'd that come from? That's what it's saying. It's like, expect that to happen. So you're not quite here yet, but you're getting there. You're getting there. You're there. I mean, you're almost there. I mean, these cards are great. You just got to work through this, like this final stage of this process, Let's see if there's anything else about this Knight of Wands. Yeah, you got to complete the cycle. You've got to complete the cycle. You got to let that complete first. Even when you might think, yep, leave the circus. Fuck the bullshit. You got to leave that. I mean, that's what's holding you back. That's what it is. And see, look, this is very equivalent to the Four of Swords. And wouldn't you know, that is not a 4. That's my mistake. That's a 9, not a 4. But this is sort of equivalent to that, except this is spirit-led, where this one is going within. But look, it's like spirit. Okay, let me put it like this. Spirit is lighting. It's like you're in the nest, nurturing yourself, right? You need to do that. And Spirit is there helping you go within and shine the light on what it is that you need. So trust in that. Absolutely. But I think you're on the right path. It really is about patience right now, as frustrating as it can be, because, you know, I'm quite sure that whoever is dealing with this it's been going on for quite a while now. And so with you know, being at the final stages of it, it's almost like carrying a baby, you know, and you go the whole 9 months, and then when you're like a week to 2 weeks before the baby's born, you're like, God, you know, there's nothing I mean, you're trying to find ways to go into labor and start contractions, you know, go for walks all the time, drinking lots of water, you know, exercising, you know, like you start nesting, you know what I mean? And like cleaning, and this urge to clean everything and organize everything, you know, you start nesting. It's almost like feeling like that, but not quite ready to move into the next phase yet. Just feeling the energy, you know. But that's good. It's good because it's your body prepping. Your body, it's like your inner being knowing what's coming next, and it's sort of like prepping for that push, for that final push. And then once that final push comes, there's going to be so much work and so much energy that's going to be put into that it's going to feel good, and you'll have the energy to do it, but it's going to take all your energy. So resting now while putting plans together is the best forward movement at this point. Not quite ready to push yet. You know what I mean? You're not fully dilated yet. So, let's see. All right. Some more advice. Using the Spirit Animal Oracle. Just get out what we need. Make your dreams real. Right? The best way to predict the future is to create it. The webs we weave. Lay a solid foundation. See, that's what this is about. It's laying a solid foundation. So it's like, if you're not ready yet to lay that solid foundation, then it won't be a solid foundation. And at some point, the tower will come in, because the tower can't last on something that wasn't built on a solid foundation. It will crumble. And so this is like, we know how much and how bad you may want this thing, but you've got to let it build. You can't leave out any of the ingredients, because if you do, you will eventually have another tower moment, and then you have to like undo everything and redo it again from scratch. So be patient through it. Spirit has your back. What I tell you, they definitely have your back, because while you're in this meditative mode, they're helping you. Oh, and look, what came out right under that was judgment. Time to get up, to take action after they show you the way. And then there it is. There's the Knight of Wands again, side by side with the Knight of Wands, bringing an ending finally to this painful situation, so your wishes and dreams can come true. But there's a process that needs to happen. It needs to happen in a certain order. Do you know what I mean? Divine timing. There's divine timing. Oh, look. Just like yesterday, this is at the bottom. Freedom is yours, horse spirit. And then under this side, let spirit be your guide. Again. Pay attention to birds. You may be getting messages from birds if you see like a particular bird, especially if you don't see it that often. If it's rare for you to see it, you might be getting messages to see it more. Like one of the birds that I always see whenever there's like hostilities around me or just really uncomfortable energy, I always see it's like a pure white heron fly. One time I had one fly right at me, and I was on this trail walking. I'm telling you, them things are so big. They don't look that big in the sky, but when they're on the ground and they're walking towards you, they look like big man pigeons. And I was so scared. Birds, and I'm scared of birds as it is. I had a bad experience when I was probably about 10 years old. My dad had a parrot, and it was on a perch, and when I would go visit him, one time I went to go visit him, and It wasn't in a cage. Like I said, the parrot just had a perch. And I walked by it, and I had really long hair down to my waist. And that parrot hopped on the back of my head, grabbed my hair with its talons, and its wings were just flapping. I was freaking out. So from that point moving forward, I had this... They're cute. I think birds are really cute. I think they're fascinating, but I don't want to be near them. No, I'll look at them, admire them from a distance. But we have a mutual understanding. You don't bother me, I don't bother you. That's it. That's that. But they're very intuitive creatures, incredibly intuitive. But Spirit uses them a lot to communicate. And I think it's because it's just easy. I think anything with wings they use to communicate much easier than other things like butterflies and dragonflies and even bees and flies, houseflies. Even houseflies can have messages. You can look up almost virtually anything. If you feel drawn to it, you most likely you can look it up and find the spiritual meaning behind it. But birds may be very, very important right now. So if you're like seeing a particular type or, you know, a breed of bird, you might want to look it up. Especially if it's catching your eye, you'll know. Treasure Island by the book. Yeah. I think these come out all the time, like following a certain uniform, following a certain code in order to get to where you want to go. You're heading there. You're almost there, especially with that 9 being there. That's a wish fulfillment. Yang, it's going to bring balance. And look, it looks like the sun. It kind of looks like the sun. It's like these two cards. It's like the Knight of Wands and the Sun. Look at those two cards, the colors. See the orange in the Knight of Wands and the yellow in this Sun card? You combine them together. And look, it looks like that's what you get. It's pretty interesting. That's what I see. But it's going to bring balance. You just have to have patience and do things by the book right now. You have to in order to get to where you want to go. Yeah. But you're on the right track. Don't get frustrated with yourself, because I'm hearing that it's easy for you to like be frustrated with yourself. Serendipity. Now, if that isn't peace, just feeling yourself, you know, feeling comfortable in your own skin. Serendipity. Yeah, and a leg up. So even for those of you who feel like you don't have a grip on this, or you're scared because you don't know what comes next, what you're not realizing is you're a little ahead of the game than people expect you to be. So take that and trust that. I mean, you've got that in your favor, so that's good. But trust that you do. You know what I mean? But anyway, I hope that made sense, guys. As soon as I get my computer hooked up and that area straightened out, I'm going to start working on some zodiac signs. I've been incredibly busy on my end because outside of work, my daughter still needs my help a lot. And, you know, that's where my loyalty lies for now. So once she's all squared away and all that, it'll change. But until then, my daily collectives, I'll continue to do them, but there might be some days where I don't get to, especially like the mornings that I have to go in at like 1:30 in the morning to work. By the time I get home, I am just dropping dead, and there's just no way I can connect to spirit. There's no way. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed your daily, and I look forward to communicating again tomorrow and seeing what else comes through. All right, but till then, please heed my words. I know what I speak, and I love y'all. Okay, bye.